Hello, and welcome to the Top Bins Fantasy Review. This week we've got one of our fantasy managers, and he's one of our own, to review his picks from this week, and we're going to kind of talk to him about what went through his mind when he was picking some of these and his reaction to some of the scores and the points that he received. We'll also be calling out the best performance in the Top Bins Fantasy League, and we'll also be giving you a bit of a left field pick each week to let you know who you should be thinking about as not the most obvious pick to put in your fantasy team, but could be worth a lot of points. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you haven't already checked it out, check out our earlier episode of our review of the Premier League action from this weekend. So Dave, let's get into it.
Do we have to?
It was a tough week, mate. 36 points in a week where the average was 60. It's got to hurt.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts bad. It was just an absolute shocker. There's nothing else I can say.
Yeah, look, mate, and again, there's players in there that other weeks are going to get you points, big points. You've got De Gea in there, you've got Aubameyang in there, you've got Eriksen in there, who's got to come good at some point. But those players getting you twos just really killed it, didn't it?
Also, the bench, second week running that I've had about 20 points on my bench.
You got Pascal Gross on there, who got 10. You got Alisson on there, kept a clean sheet, and got 6 points. That's a lot of points just sitting there on your bench. Kyle Walker didn't start as well, which is frustrating when your big cost players aren't starting.
Yeah, and De Gea's form's really worrying. I think I've risked 2 good goalkeepers.
Yeah.
In the theory that I can keep a clean sheet every week. It's already proving to be an absolute horror show.
You must have been fuming when Mitrovic bagged that one against Spuds as well.
But it was such a
lovely
such
goal
a
as well. Lovely little head that was. Lovely little
way
way he was on the floor and he nodded it over Lloris, but he's done you there because you haven't kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, I'm in deep trouble already. I'm sitting dead last of the Top Bins Fantasy League.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. There's plenty. Look, on the bright side, Dave, it's second game week, so you've got plenty of time to recover and pull it back. But yeah, you've had a nightmare this week. I think Ruben Neves and Kante, they're those kinds of players that they're either going to get lots of points in a game week or you're just going to get 2 out of them. They're not going to be that consistent 5-6 turnover. They're going to get you a couple of points each week each. And Neves had a unlucky game really. He looked decent again. Had a really great shot against Kasper Schmeichel that Schmeichel saved really well. But you don't get points for having shots, so a couple of points from him.
That's right. I think the back line was
solid.
Predominantly good.
Robertson and Tarkowski, 7 points each. That's all you can ask for. Tarkowski got a goal and Robertson kept a clean sheet. And Robertson's going to get you points all season. Absolutely. So I think he's a good one to keep in. And like I said, I think Vertonghen, I think he'll get you clean sheets as well. So I thought your back line's pretty solid, Dave. But man, you must have been, just like me, I was pissed off. Aubameyang. Jesus
missing
Christ,
open nets from 7 yards when he's your most expensive player in your team. Look, he could have had 3 if he'd been on point, and I'd be sitting here laughing, saying what a great week I'd had.
Yeah.
He didn't help. Firmino had his quietest game for Liverpool in a long time.
Yeah.
Zaha, while I didn't want him to score against Liverpool, I thought he might do something.
He was the only one that was going to really.
He was the only one who looked a threat this morning.
Yeah.
And then, all the points on the bench, I've just had a shocker.
Yeah. All right, well, let's put it behind you, Dave. Draw a line under it. What change are you thinking about for next week?
Definitely got to look at Aubameyang.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be this week, but...
I think you're going too early, Dave. I think if you go this week, you're going too early.
I've got to give him another week.
Yeah.
But if he can't show up this week coming, he's got to go.
Well, look, mate, West Ham at home, like we said in the previous video, West Ham stink of it. Defence, shocking. People will score goals against them. If Aubameyang doesn't get one there, I think you've got every right to pull him then and look at spending that 11 mil elsewhere.
Lacazette has looked good off the bench, and you've got to wonder if you keep missing sitters like he has.
Is he going to swap him
out? Is he going to swap him out?
Yeah. Any other players you're thinking of swapping? Yeah, Bobby Firmino as your captain this week. I can see why. Palace away. Who are you thinking captain-wise next weekend?
Well, Bobby's definitely staying there, not just because he's my favourite player and I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
But I know what he can do. He did it all season last season. He's good value. He's got to stay. And Brighton and Hove at Anfield, you've got to feel there's some points there.
Yeah.
Certainly going to be swapping Alisson in.
Yeah.
De Gea maybe could go.
Bye, David. Yeah.
That's going to free up some points.
Yeah.
Some money to spend.
Yeah.
The midfield's my problem. The midfield, like you mentioned, Neves, I think, it's hard. Kante's looked good.
Yeah, he has, and he's getting forward as well. That's the thing, he's getting forward.
He's very cheap, and he gets a clean sheet. And Neves, he's not going anywhere. I have to say... He's got
City next game, so you might want to bench him.
I'll bench him, but I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think the most under threat in that midfield is Sessegnon.
Yeah, I took Sessegnon out this week. I put Pedro in.
Inspired.
Not blowing my own trumpet there, but it was decent. But I just thought Sessegnon first game, he was so lackluster and out of the game and just not involved. He doesn't, and give him credit, he did have a better game against Spurs. He was a bit more impactful, but I still don't think he's quite at it for Premier League. There's a lot of hype around him. That pressure could be getting to him. I think that he's probably worth dropping if you're going to look at anyone in your midfield.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't do what half the world did and put Wan-Bissaka in my team and see him get a red card this week for -2. But
he's gone from hero to zero.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But there's going to have to be some tinkering. We're not talking wild card, but I'll be hovering on wild card.
So you're going to be the Ranieri of fantasy, the Tinker Man.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. All right, so look, we said we're going to call out some of our good performers in the Top Bins Fantasy League this week. And Arnie, up at the top performer, he's first place. He's ahead of me by 2 points. Must be good if he's ahead of me by 2 points. He had another cracker this week. He's averaging about 90 points a week so far. Cracking start. Captain Aguero, well played to you, mate. You had a great week. Dave, we're talking about left field picks, so people that you think you might not be the most obvious pick. It won't be your Agueros or your Salahs or your Kanes, your Van Dijks, not your obvious picks, but someone who you think is good value for money. Who are we going for this week?
Well, we want to keep it interesting. Everyone knows Aguero is a good pick, right?
Yeah.
Fans of the show are going to know already who we're picking.
Yeah.
And that's Maddison.
Yeah, love him. Top little player. He's been involved, against United. He was unlucky. He was very involved against United. Got his goal this weekend. And I think they've got lots. They've got Southampton this weekend.
Travelling to St Mary's.
Southampton have conceded goals. They've conceded goals against Everton this week. The weekend just gone. I think that it's there for the taking from Maddison. I think he's a great little shout. I think he's 6 million in Fantasy League. I think it's a superb price for him. So if you're thinking about it and you've not got much money to spare, then get Maddison in your team. He could be worth a few points less. They've got some good fixtures as well coming up.
They do, and that's the great thing with him, I think. Put him in now, get him in for a few games. I can only see that price going up. So he's a great option to have now, maybe as one of your cheaper players. Certainly for me, looking at getting rid of Sessegnon like for like in terms of cost,
could be a great
in terms of reward so far, Maddison's streets ahead.
All right, Dave, look, I know it's hard coming on, getting your team grilled. You had a tough week, but I'm sure you can pick it up next week, mate, and turn it around.
Thanks, fella. It can only go one way, that's for sure.
It can only go up. There's nowhere else to go down. He's at the floor, so it can only go up from here. If you like this, give us a like. Hit subscribe and make sure you follow us to make sure that you're across all of our videos coming out. Lots of content in the coming weeks. We cover everything Premier League. We've got a preview coming up of next weekend's games. We've got a review that we've just done. If you haven't watched that, go and check it out. And also go and give our Facebook a like. It's facebook.com/TopBinsFantasy. Thank you very much for watching this again. See you later.
I say what like they talk like they know. Talking like they know. What do they know? Talking like they know.